The truth about a social media manager is we sit on our asses all day long. Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Michael. I have been working in digital marketing for over 10 years. I am a social media manager for a variety different of clients in different industries. And I'm here to spill the tea on all things social media and what it's really like to be a social media manager behind the scenes. It's not just scrolling through Instagram all day, fun fact. So let's get into it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. Follow me on all platforms, Proud Michael G. For all marketing tips, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Being a social media manager literally means that you are wearing all the different hats, right? So one minute you are a copywriter, the next you're a video editor, the next you're a graphic designer. One second you're writing a clever caption, the next you're analyzing your performance and reporting back to your clients. One day you're video editing, the next you're teaching your client a TikTok trend. It's giving creative director, editor-in-chief, and customer service all wrapped in one with a slightly deprived human all bundled up in me. So this is the life and the truth of a social media manager. We wear all the hats. You're going from a video editor to a copywriter to a graphic designer to a photographer to a reporter to reporting data analytics to your clients. You are a variety of things as a social media manager, and one of them is you are a copywriter. And now that isn't just throwing emojis onto a caption or onto a photo calling it a day. Creating a caption and creating copywriting is so much more than that. When you're creating a caption on social media, you definitely want to think about your reach and who is your audience, and you want to think about a lot of SEO. So if you don't know about SEO, definitely look up what it is, but it's search engine optimization. I love using SEO. I've used it for many years now. I love using Google. If your business is not on Google, get it on Google. But utilizing those search engine words on TikTok specifically, you can go to the creator search insights and it'll help you caption your video, captioned around that. When you're captioning, you are talking about the brand voice, so you have to make sure it's on brand, as well as creating a good hook, right? Because our attention span is really quick, so 3 seconds, making sure that first sentence captures the audience in. So yeah, creating a caption is huge and it can make or break your post. So definitely make sure you're paying attention. But a social media manager is essentially a copywriter, and they're constantly finding new ways around SEO and crafting their posts. You're basically, as a social media manager, a mini marketing agency in your brain. And for every platform, your caption should not be the same, right? What you were captioning on Instagram may be different for LinkedIn, may be different for TikTok, may also be different for Facebook or your Facebook ads. So yeah, it is a whole thing into copywriting. It is a lot of copywriting, so make sure you are double tapping that post and think about those social media managers when you are reading that caption. One of the hats you wear as a social media manager is you are a video editor. It is no secret that video is dominating all platforms like your dad is dominating me in the bedroom, but if you don't know how to cut, caption, edit, utilize templates, utilize all of the platforms for social media, it's going to be really hard for you to succeed because video is where it's at. Video is needed on all platforms. It's required on every platform. If you don't know how to use audio, if you don't know how to use a mic, you definitely need to learn. It's so much deeper than that as a social media manager. When you're video editing, you can be doing a drag transformation, getting ready with me, or you can be doing a restaurant promoting happy hour. It really depends on what your content is, but regardless, your video has to be eye-catching and it has to appeal the audience and get the audience in. And you have to do all of that as a social media manager. With video editing, you have to learn new platforms, you have to learn CapCut and edits, and if they're going away, and you also have to stress that they may not be here, so you have to learn a different editing platform. So yeah, you are also putting all of that stress in your little brain, so you are a creative genius at the end of the day when you're video editing and as well as being a social media manager. Another hat you wear is you are a strategist. It is no secret that you can go viral on social media, but you have to have a plan. You have to know a little bit of where you're going. Now, you can change the plan, don't get me wrong. You definitely have to set some goals, and the plan can always change, right? If there is a roadblock when you're driving, do you go around or do you turn around? You don't turn around, right? So you find a detour. And sometimes with social media and the constant change, you have to find those detours when you want to go viral. But you also can't ignore the numbers. If you are posting on social media and you have been doing it for years, you have to look at your analytics and see what posts are performing well, what aren't performing well. And as a social media manager, we are constantly doing this. So we're constantly pulling reports, we're constantly looking at old posts, we're constantly seeing how many likes, how many views, and you really have to be consumed in that. Not in a bad way, but in a good way to then go and report back to, whoever your brand or your business, what the numbers are and what content we should be making. If you are just posting random content and you don't have a plan, that is the fastest way to flop. You may get viral here and there, but definitely plan and look at those analytics. As social media managers, we have to analyze the data, we have to plan campaigns, you have to do so much more and dig a little deeper into the social content and not just post, post, post. It's posting with a purpose as a social media manager. When you're a social media manager, you're deep in those numbers and you're planning Christmas in July. So that's what you have to think, Christmas in July when you're planning those campaigns. Some of the posts that you guys are seeing in real time may have been approved 3 months ago or 2 months ago or 1 month ago because they were planning that campaign, they were planning those photo shoots, they were planning those graphics and those campaigns because they looked at the numbers and the research, right? So don't sleep on social media management, but it is a lot of work. As well as an analyst, the other hat you wear is you're a reporter. So you are reporting numbers, you're reporting back to your clients, you're reporting trends, you're reporting trending audio, you're reporting trending memes. How can we jump on this trend? So you are reporting back to a lot of different things, even yourself, taking notes. What can I do my research on? What's going to perform well? So you're doing a lot of reporting as well as reporting news. TikTok is back up, TikTok is down. What's new with TikTok Shop? The algorithm changes. TikTok Live has changed. So you have to know before your client knows. So you have to stay up to date and then you have to report back to them. So you are a reporter, so don't doubt yourself. And I know a lot of you out there sell yourself short, but believe in you, you are wearing so many hats and give yourself a pat on the back for as far as we've come being a social media manager. Another hat you wear as a social media manager is you're a graphic designer or a photographer. Now, these are both a little different, but sometimes they go hand in hand, right? Sometimes you add a photo to a graphic, but at the end of the day, you're a graphic designer adding some photos, you might be a photographer. But you will have to learn Canva. I know we're deep in Canva. Creating graphics, you have to make mistakes. You are in there creating a graphic. If you need a thumbnail for YouTube, you have to create that. If you need a quick promotional post, you definitely have to create that. You can't wait for creative or a whole creative team. It could take them a week. It could take them 2 weeks, right? Because they have other things in their queue. So you definitely will have to learn the basic skills of Canva and graphic design and what looks good, what doesn't, what colors work, what colors don't. But Canva is great, and ugly posts don't go viral, blurry posts don't go viral. Posts that don't have the correct size do not go viral. So make sure you're looking into that. It is 2025. You should not be posting blurry. You can resize in your iPhone, in your Android phone. There is no reason. And we're resizing it is a lot of work, but we're creating things because as a designer, you may have something that's story size, you may have something that's Instagram static size, but they could be different sizing. Now they're same. It could be different for TikTok. Your YouTube sizing is completely different than the other social medias, but your YouTube shorts can be different. So as a social media manager, graphic designer, a lot comes into play when you're doing that, but Canva is great. Canva helps you make it happen, and you will make it happen as a social media manager. So that's just another hat to put on that you are doing as a social media manager. Being a social media manager is a wild ride. If you like to be creative, if you like fast-paced work, if you like to keep up with trends, if you love creating content, this is the job for you. I love creating content. I love, love, love what I do. It is a lot of work, and your job hours are not 9 to 5, right? But if you love what you do, you never feel like it's work, and I absolutely love what I do. I love my clients. It's taken me a long time to get there. I did have to do some of the bitch work and work with clients I really didn't like to work with at the beginning, but now 10 years I'm able to do what I want and enjoy it. But you have to start, right? It's day one or one day. So go out and make it happen. Let me know if you have any questions about social media marketing, social media, how to get into it, any digital marketing, any websites. Drop a comment. And please follow me on all social media, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And remember, today and every day, you are enough. You didn't come this far just to come this far. Cheers.